We have reviewed many air purifiers from Blueair over the years, and every time I made a point of highlighting the fact that the ionizer function cannot be disabled. In this video, I get to make the same point once again, but this time I'm second guessing myself. Today, I'll tell you about the newest model from Blueair, the Blue Signature. This device looks like a piece of furniture, and similar to the IKEA Starkwind and the latest models from Switchbot, this Blueair model also functions as a table. However, unlike IKEA and Switchbot, the Signature is not cheap, with a list price of $449.99 in the US and £369 in the UK. In this video, we'll start with the design and app support, the real highlight of this unit. We'll also dive into Blueair's innovative filter design, which is unlike any other filter I've seen in previous Blueair models. Next, we'll test it and compare its performance and running costs to other similar priced units. And finally, I'll give you my honest opinion and tell you about the biggest downsides of this particular model. So is the Blueair Signature worth it, or should you pass on this one? If you don't want to watch my full review, here are the 4 things I like about the Blueair Signature and the 3 things I really don't. Firstly, what I do like. It doubles as a side table that will fit most living rooms and bedrooms, and you can even buy wooden legs to give it more height. It matches the air cleaning performance on high-end units, double its price and double its size. It comes with a highly accurate laser sensor on board that doesn't need to be cleaned regularly. The Blueair app has a clean UX and is easy to use. Right, what I don't like. It's more expensive to buy and to run compared to other mid-sized air purifiers. There is no option to disable the electrostatic ionization function, unlike what we see from other manufacturers like Winx, Coway and Xiaomi. The wooden legs and chrome base to turn it into a table are not included, so you do need to pay up to $100 more to elevate your Signature. And that's the summary, but wait a minute. Did you know that 94% of those who watch our videos are not subscribed? Luckily, you are part of the remaining 6%. As always, I'll start by looking at the design, as it's the first thing you'll experience when coming into contact with the Signature. At a glance, it's clear that this unit belongs to Blueair's line of air purifiers, but as a person who owns multiple units from Blueair, I've got to say that this is a massive departure from their previous models. Let's start with the most obvious design change, the table-like design. Even though this is clearly a mid-sized air purifier, it's shorter and lighter than other cylindrical units in this segment, like the popular Levoit Core 400S, the Philips 3200 or the Winx T810. That being said, it does take up more floor space than all 3 of them, but that doesn't really matter because what you lose in floor space, you win on tabletop space. I'm not a fan of the lack of handles to move it around, but it is easy enough to grab the top when you need to move it around the house. Another big change from the usual is the option to add a base to your Signature to elevate it from the ground, and you can give it a more furniture look. You can add a metal ring base for $100 or wooden legs for $87. Unlike the other Blueair models I've reviewed, the Signature moved away from the one-button control to a touchscreen at the top of the device. From left to right, we have a child lock button, a fan speed button with 4 speeds, the power button, a button to enable auto mode, and then a sleep mode function. There is also a light to alert you when it's time to change the filters, and you get PM 2.5 readings too. The display turns off automatically, and you can wave to get the lights back on. The only thing that doesn't turn off is the air quality indicator LED light at the front. It's great to see Blueair moving to a laser sensor with this model. The sensor can track PM1, PM 2.5 and PM10, and unlike cheaper optical sensors, it is quick to react to pollutants in the air, and it doesn't need the regular cleaning that optical sensors require. You also get app support via the Blueair app. Thanks to improved laser sensor, the PM readings update really quickly in the app screen, and all the data is saved so you can access your historical data whenever you want. Through the app, you also get to control the device, set schedules, and adjust the display brightness. It's a basic app compared to what we see from Levoit or Philips, but the design is clean and you can see all you need in just one screen. All in all, I'm a big fan of the design of the Signature, from the looks to the sensor chosen to the controls to the app. But let's look at the filters. Similar to previous models, Blueair opted for a fabric pre-filter that can be easily removed and washed. We bought the classic Nordic fog color scheme, but you can choose from a range of colors to customize your Signature's look to match your interior design. Moving to the main filters, Blueair made some changes compared to the older models. The filter wraps around and clips on top of the frame of the device. This is the first time we see something like this from Blueair, but it reminded us of the carbon filter in our Dyson Big and Quiet, which is the best performing Dyson air purifier we've tested. It is bonded with a particle filter that is less dense than what you see in H13 HEPA filter, and a layer of pelleted activated carbon, which I'm really glad to see instead of the usual impregnated carbon fabric that we've seen in other Blueair models. This mechanical filtration is combined with Blueair's HEPA silent electrostatic ionization technology, and unfortunately there is no way for the user to disable this. At this point it's clear that HEPA silent is Blueair's secret sauce. But how does this new detachable filter affect performance? The Blue Signature was certified by Energy Star in June 2025, and the report shows a dust CADR of 434 CFM. The certificate also states that the ozone emissions of the Signature sit at 3 parts per billion, which is well below the 50 parts per billion limit required by the Californian Air Resource Board. Energy Star highlighted this model as one of the most energy efficient of 2025, thanks to its integrated energy factor, CFM per watt, of 11.1. This is the highest I've seen from a Blueair model, and it compares really well against other manufacturers too. For example, the Levoit Core 400S has an integrated energy factor of 5.8. This should help the Signature stand out in our energy consumption tests too, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. These CADR results are based on AHAM's tests, which are conducted at top speed and don't account for sound levels. That is why we run our own CADR tests, measuring how quickly air purifiers remove incense smoke from the air in our 728 cubic feet test room at each fan speed. We first tested the Blueair Signature running at speed 4, which is the highest speed. At top speed, it cleaned our test room in 16 minutes. Based on this performance, we estimate a PM1 CADR of 400 CFM, which matches up with the CADR result we see from Energy Star. We can benchmark this performance against the results achieved by popular models. As you can see from the table, the Blueair Signature has a big jump in performance over the older, bulkier Blueair Pure 211 Plus. And the only device that was quicker to complete our test was the much larger Coway Pro X and the much more pricier IQAir Atom X. But air purifiers running at full speed tend to be too loud for everyday use, so we must account for noise levels. We measured how much sound the Blueair Signature generates at each of its fan speeds and on sleep mode at 3 feet away. I've recorded the sound using an external mic, so have a listen for yourself. With this data in hand, we can see how sound levels at top speed compare against models we've benchmarked the Signature against. Hitting 59.6 decibels on top speed, the Blue Signature is one of the loudest air purifiers on the table, second to the Atom X with its 62.3 decibels when running at full power. I isolated speed 2 as the highest fan speed below the 45 decibel limit we set for our quiet performance test. So I repeated our particle removal test at this speed. When running at speed 2, the Signature took 26 minutes to clean our test room of PM1 particles while generating just 40 decibels. This is a very impressive result from Blueair, matching the air cleaning performance of the much pricier and larger IQAir Atom X at quieter sound levels. It even outperformed the mighty AirFanta 3 Pro with its 4 PC fans. But when it comes to quiet performance, the Blue Signature is no match for the luggable Ultra from CleanAirKits and the much larger Pro X from Coway. Before we move on, let me break down the estimated PM1 CADR you'll get from the Blueair Signature running at each fan speed. It's clear that the new filter and motor gave the Signature a big edge in performance compared to the old Blueair Pure 211 Plus, but how does this new fan motor affect the energy consumption? At top speed, the Signature pulls 38.65 watts, so if you were to leave it running at top speed 24/7 for 1 year, it will add $43.81 to your energy bill based on the average US electricity price as of January 2026. This is a huge improvement over the older 211 Plus, and it's only beaten by the Mobius fans in the luggable Ultra and the highly energy efficient BPO6 and Starkwind, which are less powerful than the Signature. Now we have a handle on electricity costs, let's look at the main factor in running costs, replacement filters. According to Blueair, you need to change the filter in your Blueair Signature every 9 to 12 months. As always, we'll use the lowest estimate of 9 months. The replacement filter is available for $99.99, and that means you can expect to spend $133.32 each year on filter replacements alone. We can add this to the energy cost to work out the total yearly cost. Thanks to the low energy cost, the Blue Signature is cheaper to run than the older Blue Pure 211 Plus and most other high CADR models we benchmarked it against. The 3 exceptions are the AirFanta 3 Pro, which is one of my top recommendations since we first tested it in 2024, the Starkwind table from IKEA, which has very cheap filter replacements but is not nearly as powerful as the Signature, and the Luggable Ultra, which is nearly 3 times cheaper to run per year, but doesn't come with carbon filtration for odours. But for a new buyer, the most important number is the total investment in the first year. When you add the $449 retail price to the first year running cost, your total investment is $626.13 in the first year. This is around $50 more than the older Blue Pure 211 Plus and nearly double what you'll pay for the IKEA Starkwind and the CleanAirKits Luggable Ultra, but it is cheaper than all the other models offering the same level of top speed performance. Right, now we have a complete picture of the performance, the sound and the long-term costs. Let's wrap things up with my final verdict. So is the Blueair Blue Signature worth it? I'll be honest, when I first saw pictures of the Blue Signature, I thought that Blueair had focused on design over function. But as we progressed through our testing, the data showed that the Signature offers high performance, even at quiet operation. And it's all in a well-designed package for less than $450. I've received enough emails from subscribers to know that design can be a major factor when choosing an air purifier for the home. And the reality is that many of the models providing this level of power can look pretty industrial. The Blue Signature looks like a piece of furniture and also double down as a table. You can even add legs to lift it off the ground with options to match your home's decor. Now, this thing isn't cheap at just under $450, but I do think it ticks a lot of the boxes for this price. Performance is top tier at both top speed and quiet fan speeds. To match the performance of the Signature with a traditional air purifier, you would need to spend nearly double for a much more utilitarian looking Smart Air Blast Mini, or go with a much larger machine like the Coway Air Mega Pro X. And if you want the same power in a smaller, good looking package, then you need to drop $1,200 on the IQAir Atom X. Now that's a spicy price tag if I've ever seen one. The running costs of the Blue Signature are fair, and while the initial price is higher than other mid-sized models on the market, you do get high-quality laser sensor, a table surface, and app connectivity. So the thing has the looks, the power, and all the features you could ask for. So what's the downside? As with every Blueair air purifier I've reviewed here at HouseFresh, the Blue Signature comes with Blueair's trademarked HEPA silent technology. I spent some time reading reviews for the Blueair Signature on big media sites, and I was shocked to find there is a lack of information about HEPA silent. So I suppose that's left to me to explain what it is. HEPA silent is Blueair's trademarked air filtration technology, which combines the use of electrostatic ionization with mechanical filtration. The mechanical filtration element is the same as in other air purifiers, with a particle and carbon filter working in combination with a fan to remove pollutants from the air as they pass through the filters. And the electrostatic component, an ionizer inside the device, fills the chamber with negative ions, which attract particles in the air to capture them with the filter. The problem with this type of ionization process is that it can release ozone, which can then form other chemical byproducts depending on the chemicals already in the air. Now, here is where I need to clarify that the HEPA silent ionizer inside the Blueair Signature produces very low levels of ozone. I say this because it was certified by AHAM as producing 3 parts per billion of ozone, which would be defined as producing 0 ozone based on the UL testing program UL 2998 because it sits below the threshold of 5 parts per billion. But even though the levels of ozone from HEPA silent are very low, I still wish that Blueair would include an option to disable HEPA silent, either with a button like Allen, Winx and Coway, or just with a setting in the app like we see with Xiaomi. I have received messages from people who have bad reactions to any sort of ionization, so I think all manufacturers using ionizers should allow consumers to choose whether they want this or not, even if it does lead to a reduction in KDAR. So this is the main downside you should be aware of before buying, that none of the other publications reviewing the Blue Signature will tell you about. Right, I will drop affiliate links in the description in case you want to help support the channel. Buying a product using these affiliate links will allow us to make a small commission over the price of the device at no extra cost to you. Thank you for watching, and as always, please drop any comments you have about the Blue Signature in the comments below. And I will see you all in the next video. Between you and me, I've been really digging the trend of designing air purifiers that double down as pieces of furniture. What do you think? Should I test more? And if you like the table aspect, you don't want to miss my review of the IKEA Starkwind table, or maybe you'd just like to check out my top picks for the best air purifiers for the year.